Hello, this is the Numark Mixstream Pro Plus, identical in every way to the Numark Mixstream Pro, with the exception being that on this you can stream from Amazon Music, as well as the traditional Beatport, BeatSource, SoundCloud, and Tidal services. This is operated through Engine DJ, like the Denon, and probably other ones as well. Now I have the Denon Prime 4 and it's a huge beast. I'm actually selling it. It's a white one. You've seen it in my other videos, I'm sure. I bought this because I was recently asked to do some live DJ gigs, and for the last couple of months I've been doing that, and for they don't have decks, so I had to take my own, and I wasn't going to take the Denon Prime 4 obviously because it's massive and very, very heavy. So I bought this because this is very light. It has a very small footprint compared to other systems. It's only 2 channels, and for some people it wouldn't be enough. For me, I've got used to using it so much in the last couple of months. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Here we go. As I said, it runs on Engine DJ, so it's not a controller. It doesn't need a laptop at all. So you switch it on, and as long as you are either connected to the internet and have the use of one of those streaming services like Tidal or Amazon Music or SoundCloud, then off you go. But I couldn't connect to the internet in the venue, so I took my music on an SD card, which is located in the back, and there are also 2 slots for USB sticks, and I've got one in there as well as a backup. So that's how I do it when I'm out live, but obviously at home I use one of those streaming services. I think this is a fantastic machine. I could talk about downsides, but I wouldn't necessarily consider them to be downsides. First thing is, you normally get 8 pads here in this area, but I don't care about that because I'm not that fond of these, like for example saved loops, auto loops, and rolls. I never use those. Never. I use the Q, obviously. I mean, it stands to reason you would use the Q, wouldn't you? You've got 4 Q spaces basically, and for each track that is likely to be enough. It's a small pitch fader, but I've never had I've never had an iota of problems um, with it. I think it's absolutely fine. Obviously, it's not, the full length one. It does feel like you're in much more detail, but that's okay. It's got your pitch bend buttons here to slightly adjust the pitch. You've got your, first of all, you've got your scratch, which automatically comes on, which is frustrating for me because I like to have them off. And then you've got your sync button, your Q button, play pause, shift, which is used for secondary controls, and your pads. There's your deck, which is fine. It's big enough. I think it's around about the same size as the Denon Prime 4. You've got your headphone controls here. So you've got your mix, which obviously mixes between what's in the queue in the headphones and what's going out to the people. And then you've got your volume for the headphones as well. You've got your filter up here, and some people have said, oh, I don't like having it up there, but it's fine because I'm used to it now, and it's a nice big knob, and who doesn't love a nice big knob? Sorry. So here's your lighting switch, which I never use because I don't operate it with lighting, but you can, so that's a nice thing to have. There are more in-depth reviews than this, by the way. So if that's what you're looking for, then yeah, you can take some other videos. You've got your headphone input down here for 3/4 inch and 1/4 inch. And you've got your mic input and your mic volume. Now this is probably the only downside for me, is that there's no EQ for the mic, because I do radio shows as well, and you can hear them all on Mixcloud. And it's nice to have an EQ on the mic, obviously, because your voice isn't naturally perfect for bass, perfect for middle, perfect for treble. It's most likely that you're going to have to do some adjusting. So that, for me, is the only downside. I'm fine with 2 channels. Obviously, it's handy to have 4 if you're going to bring in little samples here and there while you've got your 2 main tracks loaded, but worried about that. You've got your faders here, perfectly fine. and this is obviously, this is quite loose, but it's fine. You've got your headphone switches here, so you can listen to this one in the headphones, or this one, or both. You've got your toggle switches, which is new to me because the Denon Prime 4 doesn't have toggle switches. These are more familiar to some people, I suppose. And you've got your hold function, which keeps the effect on, or you've got your just trigger it like that, and then when you take it off, it stops. You've got your 4 effects here: echo, and you can control the effects. I don't know if you can see that screen down here, but you can control your effects. The amount of beats. Well, first of all, you've got your effect, the amount of beats. You can change that. So, for example, that goes 3/4 1, 3/2 2, and like that 3 and 4. So you do have control over those. The feedback, the frequency, and the amount. So a lot of controls over your effects. You've also got flanger, delay, and phaser. Ample, as far as I'm concerned. Again, I don't like tricks and things like that. You've got your filter as well, and that's an effect. So really, you've got 5 effects. Here's your browse knob here to go up and down the tracks, and then you load by pressing 1 to that one, or 2 for that one. You've got your back switch here, which goes like that. It goes to the previous screen. This tells you your sources and your history, so you can check out what you last listened to on what particular day. So I like that mix I did on Saturday. Go to Saturday and look at the history. And you've got your view switch here to go between. Now you can change the view because this is Engine DJ. There's a lot of stuff in the menu. I'm not going to go through the menu because if you know Engine DJ, then you know everything it can do. And this isn't a tutorial on Engine DJ. It has loads of great things. And there's your screen, which is a touch screen, obviously. It doesn't tilt at all. The Denon Prime 4 tilts, which is very useful and is much bigger. Again, fantastic and perfect for my radio shows. When I'm DJing at night, I'm standing up looking over it, so I've never had a problem seeing the screen. It's fine, absolutely fine. And one thing about the Denon that this doesn't have is on the Denon you can, there's a switch here to go to the beginning of the track. Here, if you want to go to the beginning of the track, you have to scroll along the waveform, which is fine. It's not a problem. It takes no time at all. And also, one of the things about having the button that goes back is if you make a mistake and you're already at the beginning and you press it or touch it twice by accident, it takes you to the last track. Now, if you've already queued up a different track here and it's gone down the list quite a bit, then you've got to go all the way back to find the track that you had. So that's not a downside. It could be an upside, but anyway, it is what it is. It's neither. I suppose you would say it's neither up nor down. You've got your EQs here, bass, middle, treble, and your levels. Here you've got your Wi-Fi switch. Again, everything is duplicated on this side except for the Wi-Fi, and the lighting is different. And up here you've got your level, and you've got your speaker level. Now, as you can see, this has speakers, which is really useful. I love having these speakers here, and if it means having only 4 pads instead of 8, then I'd rather take the speakers than the 8 pads. And they're very good speakers. I'm going to play it in a second and show you what it's like. Well, actually, that's everything. I suppose I could do that right now. Overall, then, I got this for $533. I believe 522. Sorry, 522. And I got it from. I'm not advertising this company, but I've never had any problems with this company at all. The company's called Juno. It's here in the UK, and they sell records, they sell DJ equipment, all kinds of stuff. It's a fantastic company, and they're very competitive prices. Probably the most competitive in overall in my experience. They're currently selling this for $544, but it's still the cheapest you can get this in the UK. I was lucky enough to get this for $522. I didn't strike a deal or anything. It just so happens that that's what it cost. For that price, for what you get, I think this is a no-brainer. If you're a DJ who goes out to perform live and you have to take your decks with you, this is perfect. Because I also looked at the Denon Go, which is far too small and far too finicky. And then if you go bigger, it's heavier. This is easy to transport. All you do is you take this, the power lead, a couple of XLRs just in case, your headphones, and bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh, I carry a stand as well with me, which is neither here nor there. You'd need to take that whatever decks you were using, unless they've already got a stand there, I suppose. It's easy to carry. It's light enough. If you walk into the gig, I walk to my gigs, so for lightweight, for weight, it's perfect. For the speakers and the quality of the speakers, it's perfect. For what it does, it's perfect. I can't criticize this thing at all. There are people who will criticize it, and that's fine. Maybe they know more than I do, or they're looking for more than I am. I could tell you about the inputs in the back, but so you've got two XLRs, you've got RCA in, you've got your SD card, your two USBs, your USB-C for a computer to be connected to, and your on-off switch in the cable. It's really not much going on back there. Ample to connect to XLRs for pro sound, and the sound's good as well. You know, it's a decent machine. Now Numark, I didn't realize this, but Numark is one of the low end of the DJ market, but I wouldn't call this low end in any way, shape, or form. As you can see, I've still got the things on the platters, the protective covers, because they work even with them on. So I might as well just leave them on, because I tend to sell things, buy things and sell things. So I don't know. It's better to sell it if you've still got those on. But anyway, that's irrelevant. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I think this is fantastic. I would recommend it. I personally am going to buy the Pioneer Rev 5 because I want to start using stems. This doesn't have stems. It would be incredible if something for this price had stems as well, but let's not be crazy. And also, I think when you're using Engine DJ, for example, the Denon Prime 4 Plus, it has stems, but I've never used it because I've got the Prime 4, the original one. But I believe that the quality of the stems is best overall on Serato, which is what I'm going to be using when I get my Rev 5, than Rekordbox. Rekordbox as well is limited with stems compared to Serato, and there's something called what's it called? Something DJ, Virtual DJ. Sorry, Virtual DJ. And I heard someone comparing the three, what the stems sound like on the three, and overall, one of them, Virtual DJ, sounds a little bit better, but Serato overall is the best one. So I'm going to get the Pioneer Rev 5 and Serato. I've never used a controller before. I've never used computer software for DJing before. I'm old school. I used to use two turntables and a mixer. So yeah, I would recommend this.